Hi everybody, my name's Margie and I want to welcome you to my kitchen. Today I'm making stained glass window cookies. This recipe is really just to show you how to make the candy to fill in the little spaces in the cookies for the stained glass. So down below I do have some directions on how to cut out your cookie dough. Here I'm lining a pan with some aluminum foil. I'm going to put the dull side up and try to have as few wrinkles in the aluminum foil as possible. Now I'm just going to put a very, very thin coat of plain old oil on there, nothing fancy. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Sharing is something I love to see. So here I'm taking my cookies that are already baked and have the little spaces cut out in the center, and I'm just sort of knocking some of the sugar off of the cookie because I don't want a lot of sugar on my aluminum foil when I pour the candy. So go ahead and line up your cookies, sort of get everything all ready before you get started. Now here's the recipe for the candy. There I have 1 cup of water, 2/3 cup of corn syrup, 2 cups of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and later I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. Now here I'm just very carefully stirring the sugar into the liquid. There's my almond extract for later, after it's all cooked. This cooks to 310 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you're going to use some heat-resistant custard cups and some spoons, but really what works best are those popsicle sticks, because sometimes if you leave the spoon in the candy, the spoon will get hard and then you can't microwave the candy to warm it up. If you're able to do that with this recipe, you can keep warming them up in the microwave so you don't have to work so quickly. Here I'm pouring in my candy. It's all cooked. Just dividing it up. I keep one clear and the rest I'm going to color. I do pour it all out of the big pot because it will continue to cook in there. So here I'm just adding my colors. You can make them as any color you want really, but you can mix colors, anything you want to do, but I try not to make them too dark. That's just my own preference. So here I'm using those little popsicle sticks because they're really great. You do need spoons sometimes because it helps to pour it, but these little things are great because you can leave them right in the candy. So now I'm going to start pouring. That's an angel. Just fill it up and the candy will just flow. I try to do as many of one color as I can at a time. That's a Christmas tree with the balls on it. I'm just going to fill in one of them now with the yellow. Now as your candy gets hard in these little cups, and it will happen, you can microwave the cup with the candy. Put it on a plate so you don't touch the little bowl because you might touch the hot candy. But you can microwave the candy for 10 seconds just to turn it back into liquid. So you don't have to worry about working so fast. So I leave the cookies on the cookie sheet for a little while. Usually by the time I'm all done with my last cookie, the first one is hard enough. See, I just boiled that. That's the red, and it was too hard to pour, so I put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, and it started to bubble. That's when you know it's all melted. 10 seconds is all you need. Now you see I'm pointing at a little drop that got on the cookie. Later on I'll show you how I take that off. It just breaks off. Don't try to take it off while it's still liquid. Because once it hardens, it'll just break right off the cookie. You can use your finger or you can use a knife. Just something just to break it off. Well, there I have two colors. I think I put green underneath that red. And there's a red heart. I'm going to make the other heart blue in a minute. Blue is my favorite color. I think you'll see I do an awful lot of them in blue. Here's my snowflake. That was a fun one. The bigger the holes are cut out, the more fun it is to pour. So if you have some very large cutouts, so you cut the large cutout first, and then you put it on your cookie sheet, because it's hard to cut the center part out and then move the cookie onto the cookie sheet. So first you cut your big cookie, put that on the cookie sheet, then cut the smaller cookie in the center. And you decorate them and you bake them. You also you take a straw and you just poke a hole in the very top of the cookie. That is where you put your ribbon to hang it on your tree. Now here's some clear. Sometimes I'll put a little clear. I put some red in the center of this star. Now I'm going to fill in the points with the clear. I like to do that on some of them. Now here's my blue for my other heart. So you just keep doing that until all your cookies have all their candy in them. And you just let them sit for a minute. So here they are all done. I think that's an interesting cutout there. My cross. Made that one blue. Now here's how you take that little bit of candy off of the cookie. It should just break off. You can put a little butter knife under there. It'll just snap right off. It's not going to affect the inside candy. There's a big piece right there. Just take a little butter knife. It'll come right off. Now I'm going to show you how to put the ribbon through that little hole. You want to cut a piece of curly ribbon or satin, whatever you like, about a foot or so long, and then bring the ends together and cut a long, thin piece at the end so you have a point. So that point will go very easily through pick up your cookie and put it through the back of your cookie. Take the end of the scissor and you can actually sort of drill a hole through the back a little bit if you want to make that hole a little larger. Now I have the loop there. Bring it to the front and bring your strings through, and there you go. That's it. So Merry Christmas, and have lots of fun putting these cookies on your tree. Hang them in front of the lights. Bye!